afternoon, everybody. So going on a little bit of an unexpected excursion today. So a few weeks ago, you guys, I took you on the lock tour out of Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Well, now Sault, Ontario has its own lock tour. It's a brand new boat, a brand new service. So today my sister and I are going to go on the boat. We're going to check it out. Then we can see the difference between the lock tour out of Sault, Michigan and the boat tour out of Sault, Ontario. I'm just in the backyard right now with Mr. George and Mr. Charles. Unfortunately, they can't come on the boat with me, but let's head on down to the waterfront. You guys want to go inside? Georgie? Charles? Time to go in? Okay guys, so I just got down to the waterfront and there's got to be some sort of event going on down here because there is zero parking. It looks like some sort of like motorcycle rally or something. Might have to check it out when we get off the boat. Okay guys, so we're at the boat now. It's called the Miss Marie. One big difference I can see between the boat from Sault, Michigan and this boat is there's a lot more seating on the boat out of Sault, Michigan. But these boats look newer, so let's see if there's any other differences. Okay guys, so it's an hour-and-a-half float on the St. Mary's River. I don't think we go through the American locks. I think this one goes through the Canadian locks, so that's one big difference on these tours. Do they have like... So we're going to be sitting on the top of the boat. I hope you guys can hear me. Again, not as much seating as the Sault Locks Michigan boat tour, but they do have these like nice tables set up. Apparently you can rent the boat for like private functions for like dinners, which is nice. Same as the Sault Locks tour, but this setup is a little nicer because the one out of Sault, Michigan doesn't have any tables at the top. What? Okay guys, the boat is moving. We're on the water. I hope you can hear me. It's pretty loud. Lots of people talking, lots of music.
We will be touring the harbor and transiting up through the historic Canadian Lock to the upper St. Mary's River. While in the upper river, we will visit the Algoma Steel Mill, then proceed back down through the canal. To be sure that your trip is both safe and enjoyable, we would ask that no one sit on the railings or seat backs.
Okay guys, so we're on our way. Similar as the boat tour that I showed you guys a few weeks ago out of Sault, Michigan, except, you know, when we went through American locks, those are mainly for commercial vessels, but now we are going to be going through the Canadian locks, which is just for recreational vessels. It's not very big. It can only accommodate boats of a certain size. And then we're going to be going by Algoma Steel again. Okay guys, so we're in the lock now. They're shutting the gates behind us. We actually have another boat, if you can see that, in here with us. So now, same as the American locks, we're going to wait for them to raise the water level so that we can meet the water level of the upper St. Mary's. Okay guys, one big difference between The American tour and the Canadian tour is they have a bar on the boat. They're serving alcoholic drinks. My sister got a vodka soda and her husband got like a mixed drink. You guys know me, I don't drink alcohol, so I got a pop. But yeah, so they serve alcohol on this tour. I see this pedestrian bridge right here that everybody's crossing across the locks. That leads to Whitefish Island. I show you guys that island in the last tour. So when the locks are closed, people use that bridge to get over to the island. But then obviously once the gates are open, you can't cross. You have to wait until it's done. You guys can see the gates are opening. We're up to the right level of water. And then we're going to head under the bridge again. Yeah. So guys can see this is part of the historic Sault Canal. You see the beautiful old buildings. There's lots of grassy areas to walk. There's going to be a house coming up down this way that's just beautiful. So again guys, Algoma Steel, you saw this on the video when we went on the American locks. A little bit of different perspective of it going through the Canadian locks. It's a massive, massive plant.
The whitish material next to the coal is limestone. The limestone is crushed into a powder to produce a material called quicklime, which acts as a catalyst in the steel making. The third main raw material is located on the dock directly ahead of us. This purple colored material is taconite iron ore pellets. All three raw materials are shipped to Algoma Steel by water on self-unloading vessels. The coal originates from various mines in West Virginia, where it is then railed to Toledo, Ohio, and then shipped by water to Algoma Steel. The limestone comes from various quarries near Alpena, Michigan. The iron ore comes from various mines in Michigan and from the Mesabi Range near Duluth, Minnesota. Every year, Algoma Steel handles about 3.5 million tons of iron ore, 1.5 million tons of coal, and about 300,000 tons of limestone.
So now we're just doing a spin in Algoma Steel here. I guess we're going to be turning around and heading back into the lock. So you guys see here, because we're coming through the locks, these people have to wait to cross because the bridge is closed because we're going through. And then once we're done going through, it'll open up and they'll be able to cross again. Okay, if you guys can see, the gates are opening. We've been lowered down to the lower St. Mary's level, and now we're heading back out onto the river. Okay guys, so the boat's back in dock now. So I think we're right beside Beaver Tails, so I can't be this close to Beaver Tails and not go to Beaver Tails. I'll show you guys what that is if you don't know what a beaver tail is. No, it was probably while it's moving.
Watch your step. There's a large one here. Help.
There you go. Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay, so I just asked because you know I like to tell you guys when things are accessible or not. So right now the boat is not accessible, but they did say that in the future they do plan on making it accessible for people. So if you have mobility issues, strollers, anything like that, just know as of right now it's not accessible, but it will be in the future. Can I get an apple pie with a scoop of vanilla?
1187.
So it took a while, but I finally got my apple pie beaver tail. So beaver tail is just kind of like a flat pastry that they put toppings on top of it, and then you can get like a scoop of ice cream with it. It's really good. Similar to elephant ears, I think that they have in the States. So while I eat, I guess I'll say my thoughts on the Miss Marie and how it compares to the Lock Tour boat in the States. Obviously it's very similar route. They pretty much go to the exact same spot, except for the Sault Locks tour in Michigan goes through the American locks, where this one goes through the Canadian lock. I would think it might be better for them if they get some different seating. A lot of people were complaining that it was kind of uncomfortable, so maybe different seating options would be good on the Miss Marie. And there wasn't as much commentary on the Miss Marie as there is on the Sault Locks tour boat in Michigan. But if you enjoy having a little bit of a drink on your tour, they do serve alcohol, so that was a plus. So the cost for that tour was $44, I believe. You know what, if you're in the Sault, it's definitely something to check out, something interesting to see, especially if you aren't from here. Like, I'm from here, so I've seen all this stuff before. But if you enjoy just a nice quiet river cruise, it takes you by the steel plant, it takes you under the bridge. If you're interested in like marine history and the locks, it'll be really interesting for you. So now I'm going to finish my beaver tail, and then I'm going to head home, and then we're taking Mia and Austin to bingo. So I'll take you guys with me to bingo tonight. Okay guys, we arrived. Garden River Bingo. I said we were going to bingo. We got the crew here. Wish us luck. I'll let you guys know at the end of the bingo if we win anything. Well guys, I forgot to close out the vlog. We did end up winning at bingo. I won $100. Corbin won $33, but when you split 6 ways, we only got $20 each, and the 2 teenagers got $25. But it was a good night with family. So I hope you enjoyed this video of our cruise on the Canadian Lock Tours. And you can see the difference between the Canadian Lock Tour and the American Lock Tour. We have some cool adventures coming up, especially Georgie's first van trip. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And make sure you like, make sure you comment, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Bye.